I'll be honest, I'm not a platformer kind of girl. I'm the type of person who in Super Mario 3D World spent most of their time floating around in a bubble whilst my husband did all the hard work. But Planet of Lana is one game that has completely changed my mind about the genre, and today I'm going to share with you why. If you've never played Planet of Lana, now may be the perfect time for you to pick it up too, as a sequel is dropping in 2026 and the game is currently on sale on both the Nintendo eShop and Steam. I've left links in the description below if you want to check out the discount for yourself. A huge thank you to Thunderful Games for sponsoring today's video, but with that said, let's jump into why Planet of Lana is such a standout platformer. Back in 2023, Planet of Lana was first released and it quickly received glowing reviews. After playing it on both PC and Switch, it is easy to see why so many people have fallen in love with this beautiful side-scrolling puzzle platformer. Now in 2025, Planet of Lana has had over 1 million players worldwide, and it's available on multiple platforms including PC, Switch, PlayStation and Xbox. It is also fully Steam Deck verified. If you are a Switch player and curious as to how it runs, I can confirm that my experience has been very smooth, and graphically on the Switch too, it did perform well. Honestly, I can't think that I even felt like it was any different to the PC, which is always a really good sign. The controls were also pretty good. I think I did prefer the controls on PC, but that's just because what I'm used to most of all, but it's still, I didn't have any problems. It was seamless. So that's what platforms you can find this game on, but what can you actually expect from Planet of Lana? When you first open the game, you are greeted into a bustling village where you will have a brief guide to the controls, and it's here where you meet Lana and her sister for the first time. However, this peaceful introduction doesn't last long. A mysterious alien robot invasion soon takes over, causing Lana and her sister to become separated, and this is when the game truly begins. Not long after these events, Lana meets her soon-to-be loyal cat-like companion, Moi, and together they set off on an emotional adventure. Although the game has very little dialogue, it's genuinely kind of a little bit of a refreshing change not to have to read countless strings of text. There is, however, a story, but instead of words, this is told very cleverly through visuals and the atmosphere, which quickly does begin to tug at your emotions and does immerse you into the game very well. Players will be able to feel the genuine impact of Lana's separation from her sister very early on. Lana and Moi's adventure isn't without its challenges though. There is some platforming, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm very much a novice when it comes to platformers. I have rage quit games in the past, but everything here felt manageable. There weren't the quick, fast moving jumps that some platformers have, and overall the slower pace of this kind of game really did appeal to me. I never once felt the urge to rage quit, and in fact at times I found the platforming quite enjoyable. Alongside the platforming, the game weaves in a variety of environmental puzzles. Some are more challenging than others, but all of them are thoughtfully designed. Lana can push crates, crouch, and swing from vines to progress, but the puzzles really shine when you bring Moi into the mix. There is a whole plethora of interactions with your companion to solve the puzzles. For example, Lana can send Moi to a specific location to press buttons and interact with different things. They can also chew through wires and even hypnotize certain creatures. A lot of these things are features that I haven't seen in other games before, so again, I really did appreciate that. I'll also add that in other games, having a companion or needing to work together can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. There is nothing worse than having another character getting in the way or causing problems when you are trying to do something. Thankfully, I didn't experience that here at all. The design of the characters and the way they interact really did feel seamless, and you're given good control over both of the characters, which overall is very much appreciated. While Moi has an important practical role in solving the puzzles, the companion mechanics also created some genuinely lovely moments. You'll see the characters helping one another in small but meaningful ways. For example, the cat lowering a rope so Lana can climb up, or Lana moving a log so that Moi can safely cross the water, because obviously, as a cat, water is not their favorite thing. It's these small but very touching moments that make it impossible to ignore the bond that grows stronger throughout the journey, and it's genuinely lovely to witness. Wholesome moments aside though, the puzzles themselves never felt repetitive, and completing them does give you a real sense of satisfaction, and if you're worried about difficulty, don't be. I did die a couple of times, but the game is very forgiving. You'll quickly reset to the start of this section and never too far away from where you last were, which I was extremely grateful for. I've already mentioned how beautiful this game is, but it is worth saying it again. The hand-painted world is absolutely gorgeous, and you can clearly see the Studio Ghibli inspiration shining through. As you move through the different chapters, you'll experience a wide variety of settings, from swamps to beaches and even underground caves, but no matter where you are, the level of detail is consistently stunning. I particularly appreciated when the camera was scoped out so you could fully appreciate the whole landscape of that section. The game also does a wonderful job of giving players cinematic moments with cutscenes and the moments of downtime where you can just run freely through the world. Although some may find this slower pace a little frustrating, I appreciated it, as it's not often in games such as this where you get the opportunity to sit back and enjoy a well-deserved break. The music here also, without question, complements the gameplay and even helps players appreciate the atmosphere that little bit more. Overall, you will thoroughly enjoy this game if you are after something that is a bit slower paced, but with a beautiful story adventure, and obviously some puzzles and platforming thrown in for good measure. But if you are a Planet of Lana fan, what comes next? Well, next year will be a big one if you're a fan of Lana and Moi and want to continue on the adventure, as the sequel Planet of Lana Children of the Leaf has been announced, and players will be able to embark on yet another cinematic adventure with the duo. Players will be able to experience another sci-fi themed story, which will have Lana confronting her own demons and delving into dark secrets that have spread across a variety of stunning worlds. We have had a sneak peek at some of these different worlds in the trailer, and so far I think I'm most excited for the prospect of the underwater chapter. This looks absolutely amazing. As for the puzzles and gameplay mechanics, there are also going to be even more surprises, including a brand new adorable creature called rollers. These are small and fluffy, but they do have great power, as they can help reshape the environment and unlock hidden paths. There will also be new hybrid robots, and Lana will also have new powers, including agility wall jumps and run slides. Of course, the team have also delivered on the visuals and beautiful landscapes. Yet again, there is no disputing that. From everything I've seen so far, it looks breathtaking. The Steam page for Planet of Lana II is live if you are wanting to wishlist it, and with the sequel on the horizon, now is the perfect time to replay or try out the original for the first time. If you are wanting to try it for the first time, don't forget to check out the links in the description, as there are some discounts currently running, or if you just want to learn more about the game. But overall, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on Planet of Lana. Let me know if you have played this game before in the comments and what your thoughts were on it. Thank you again to Thunderful Games for the sponsor, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.